Hello, Winnicott. We hope you've been enjoying the nice weather.
I know I sure have. Ever had an interest in gardening?
Gardening is not really my thing. I can't really keep a plant alive for long enough. But I know that some students here do enjoy the activity. We even have a garden club.
That's right. Molly even has a story on it.
Let's take a look.
With the official arrival of spring, a new club started just in time. The garden club was started recently and will have access to the school's gardens out front, including the area around the flagpole. Madame Richards is the teacher administrator. The first meeting was held on April 19th in her classroom. She says that she's looking forward to working with both students from her classes and new students who want to join the club.
I had a student who approached me and asked me if I liked, number one, she said, do you like to garden? And number two, she said, would you be the, the contact person for this, of the club? And I said, yes.
Students in the club say that the idea came to them during a French class with Madame Richards.
Right now, we can't use the courtyards anymore because it's taken over by the science department. So now we're doing the flower beds out front, and we're just gardening just to make it look prettier. Right now, it just looks a little raggedy.
I think one goal is to just continue it and keep people inspired to go outside and garden. If we can get more people to join and get a bigger area, it would be super cool to see the community of the gardening community get bigger.
The club will also be accepting donations of plants if anyone has extras. If you'd like to donate, please bring the plants to Madame's room. Members will spend time cleaning, planting, and maintaining the gardens in front of the school. If you'd like to join, talk to Madame Richards in room C116. She'd love to see you there.
Anybody, everybody, we need you. Takes a lot of work to garden, so the more hands, the better.
This is Molly Frost for WHTV. Happy spring, Winnicott.
That was so cool, actually. Another club just did something really neat, too. Winnicott recently put on its annual Salmon Plays, only recently fully starting back up after 2020. Some of the shows that were performed there were Tech Week, a play about what the week before's play or musical performance is like, and just how terrifying it really is. Six Wives is a play about the classic story of Henry VIII, but this one was the stories of six wives. Rose and Juliet, this play was a classic take on the original classic by William Shakespeare. One of the key differences was the characters being part of the LGBTQ. Sweet Dreams, this mini-musical is a story about the aspiring musical artist and leaves his girlfriend. As you can see, the 10-minute plays this year were great.
That was a really fun event. I enjoyed it a lot.
There was another event that just happened last week. What was it again?
Oh, Culture Matters. I had a chance to speak with the musicians and find out more about them. Why don't we check it out?
Last week, Winnicott welcomed Balaclava Blues into the school for Culture Matters. The band came down to the community on May 2nd through May 4th, teaching classes about Ukrainian folk music and showing off their skills. On Wednesday, they joined the chorus to teach them some different vocal techniques and even taught them part of one of their own songs. Students were treated to a performance by the band on Thursday, along with some stories being told in between songs. Overall, the event was quite thrilling, and many students had the time of their lives. Culture Matters has been an event that Winnicott has been doing for a while. Senor Cross explains why it was started.
I think that Ms. Richards had the idea to just bring in some cultural enrichment initially, to just have something that the whole school, the whole student body and school community could share. It's been fun to try to diversify that and make it different year after year.
He also explains what went into planning these types of events.
I knew Mark through another context with another group that they have, called Lemon Bucket Orchestra, if you want to check them out. But so I was in contact originally with him. Yeah, just was kind of back and forth with them about planning what would work well for their visit and the performance and the workshops, when the dates would be, stuff like that, all the logistics.
Two of the band members, Mark and Mariska, talked about how they came about starting the band and why they did it.
We didn't choose to start band like normal people decided, okay, let's make a band.
Yeah, we were both musicians in our own separate lives. Me in Canada and Marichka in Ukraine before we met. And the circumstances under which we met, they sort of, they changed our perception on what music can and should be.
So this desire to dedicate life and our especially like musical journey in any project, doesn't matter what we're doing, but if we're doing something with a double passion and dedicated it to what we care about.
Overall, their visit was quite educational and an amazing experience for all. For WHTV, this is Haley Lewis.
That's awesome. The performance was so fun.
Oh yeah, 100%. On the topic of performances, the music department just recently took a trip to Orlando to perform, and of course to enjoy the theme parks.
That's right! On April 12th, the Winnicott Music Department traveled down to Orlando, Florida, a trip they do once every 4 years. While there, they got to jump around the Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Universal Studios. Both the band and chorus had a chance to perform, and even got to partake in a sound effect workshop in Hollywood Studios. It was a great experience for all, and definitely the highlight of the trip.
It certainly was a fun trip. I had a lot of fun running around and meeting some of the characters.
You've been really busy these past few weeks, haven't you?
Yeah, I definitely was. It was fun, though.
Hey, didn't something happen with your mother last week, too?
Oh, yeah. On May 2nd, Wendy Lewis, also known as my amazing mother, won Hampton's Citizen of the Year award. For years, my mom worked to make our community here in Hampton welcoming, via volunteer work and so much more. She's also a recognizable figure in the SAU 90 school district, having hosted many fun contests for students and teachers alike to partake in. She's worked so hard, and it was an honor to be able to plan this alongside the Rotary to surprise her. Congrats, Mom.
That's so cool. Congratulations for her award.
We have one final story for you, Winnicott.
Recently, residents from the Cornerstone Assisted Living facility here in Hampton came to Winnicott to do a writing project with some of our freshmen. Matt has the story. Let's take a look.
On Wednesday, April 19th, residents from Cornerstone, a retirement community in Hampton, came here to sit down and talk to some freshmen. This is a new event that aims to connect the students and the residents, two different generations, so that they can find out about each other's lives and what they have gone through.
This is totally new, so this was actually the second time that we got together with Cornerstone.
Cornerstone reached out to Ms. Couture, the ELO coordinator, who then brought it to Mrs. Borden's attention.
A couple, I want to say it's been maybe 2 months ago, the coordinators at Cornerstone reached out to Ms. Couture, our Extended Learning Opportunity Coordinator, with this really amazing opportunity to partner with Cornerstone, to partner with their residents and our students. Being that I'm team leader for the English department, Ms. Couture mentioned it to me and I jumped on it.
The residents left the retirement home to mingle with the younger generation. Some of the residents say that they don't have access to anyone in this age group in their lives.
It's given me the opportunity to learn more about them. Let's face it, I love young people, and it doesn't matter the age.
These girls have been a wonderful experience because, of course, at my age, I'm more involved with old people than young people.
They shared their stories with people who are less experienced in life, and by sharing their memories as well, the residents also got to relive their own lives in the process.
They keep bringing up memories, and I'm trying to write them down myself so that the ones I remember when I'm back in Cornerstone, I can repeat to them.
In turn, the students got to listen to the stories from the residents and listen to some advice that they shared.
I've definitely learned some great life skills and just like fun little things.
Yeah, I think definitely like talking and learning, like meeting new people and like having those skills to create conversation with people that you may not have a ton in common, but definitely would like to learn about.
You know, I've been learning so much about like keeping your head up high and not letting people like get you down for like who you are and like what you believe in.
These stories will be used by the students at the end of the event. Since the event is just starting out, it will only get bigger as time goes on. But as it stands now, this is a great opportunity for students to be active in their community and become a bigger part of it in the process.
So it's really a community builder. It is probably the most heartwarming project one of the most heartwarming projects I've been involved in at Winnacunnet for sure.
I never expected it to be this much fun.
Everybody I've met here is lovely.
This is Matthew Silvestri for WHTV.
That's all we have for you today, Winnacunnet. Congrats to everyone that finished their AP tasks.
Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you soon.